You're a coffee pioneer.
Thank you.
The owner of the St. Ali family.
That's correct.
And a former lawyer.
Indeed.
Tell us about your story from law to business.
Well, my legal career was an interesting one because I started my articles at a firm called Aroni Coleman, which is no more, and those in the legal fraternity will know why. It's a fun story, but maybe it's a side story. And Aroni Coleman merged with a firm after that moment in time with a firm called Gatehouse. And I was working at Gatehouse, and I was working in property and tax, and I realised pretty early on. I went to the University of Melbourne and I did an arts law degree, and I majored. I was lucky enough, not quite sure how I did this, but I did graduate with honours. But I was never detailed enough with word copy to be a really good lawyer. I knew that in my heart. I was kind of more intuitive understanding of a macro situation and lacked the patience and diligence to drill down to detail. So I knew that from the get-go, but I thought I'd give it a go, and I gave it a go, and then I realised incremental billing units didn't help very much, but that when I was sitting in a cubicle trying to draft a clause, it wasn't me. I was fortunate because I started my first cafe at the University of Melbourne while I was studying there, and it was called Caffeine. That was in 1993, and then by the time I graduated, I had 15 cafes, and it was all in the tertiary space. And I guess some people say that we changed the culinary landscape at university level, and I guess we did. So I had something to fall back on. So I remember the day as if it was yesterday. When I decided to move on, I sent a global email around to the entire firm, and I thanked those who'd been good mentors along the way, and I also did something which was probably not considered a very professional move. I highlighted those who had made my life difficult. And so I blew up the legal bridge, so to speak. And the day, it was an interesting story, the day that for me I realised apart from not thinking I was very good at being a lawyer, I was dragged into the managing partner's office, and I was wrapped over the knuckles because I had installed a coffee machine in my office, and apparently that was a no-no, and I couldn't believe there was such a big deal was made out of something so simple. So then anyway, once I'd done that, I'd blown up the legal bridges. I was stuck with making what I'd done work. So here I am.